I'm super excited to be here today working with the Mater Hospital because they have the capability and the excitement to actually create a whole menu with mushrooms that will help support patient health.
We were the first hospital in Australia to put room service in here at the Mater, and that was back in 2013. So we've been on a 10-year journey to really refine that and showcase it, especially to other hospitals, to show what can be done with healthcare food service and raising the bar. Yeah, well, here at the Mater we have a really well integrated nutrition and food services team. We have clinical dietitians, nutrition researchers and a really expert food services team that work together to deliver really high quality patient menus and great patient experience. One of our aims as we've worked through the last few years was to really showcase what can be done in hospitals. We did that first with room service, we're doing it now with Luke Mangan and showcasing restaurant quality meals, and so we hope that by showcasing what we've done, maybe other hospitals will take some inspiration and be able to do similar in their facilities.
So when you're working with a hospital like the Mater and you're introducing mushrooms to their menu, you're able to boost the nutrition of those patients that are eating them. And it's boosting their vitamin D content, antioxidant vitamins like selenium and copper. At the same time, it's an ingredient that is gluten-free, that it's low in calories, low in sodium. It can help reduce the amount of salt added to foods, which is often an issue that dietitians are battling with chefs. And at the same time, it has that rich umami taste, which helps enhance consumption of foods. Anything that we can do to improve the nutrition of patients and at the same time reduce cost and plate wastage, then we're on our way to a more nutritious patient meal.
Being a chef, I'm very much about the people and the process and the produce and what we're buying and writing recipes and menus, but also the opportunity for patients to choose what they want whenever they want to eat it. At the moment we're running a mushroom theme through our Luke Mangan chef specials. One of the dishes that I really like is the grilled portobello mushroom with a corn salsa and a roasted vegetable dip. It's one of our entrees. You know, really great flavour. So from a dietitian's point of view, when we're working with them to develop menus, it ticks lots of boxes and the patients really love it because it's got such a great flavour.
As part of our special Luke Mangan menu featuring mushrooms, we also incorporated patient education material in the form of a patient brochure and included nutrition messages on the benefits of mushrooms with some practical tips for using mushrooms in everyday meals. And we also included a simple mushroom recipe from the menu for patients to be able to prepare after they go home. We then took some of this nutrition information and incorporated it into our social media messaging to our broader Mater community and followers to further spread this mushroom nutrition messaging more widely. Today we did 3 workshops for our 3 distinct groups of staff, our production team and our chefs, our call centre staff who take orders for patients, and our clinical dietitians. And each was really interesting and showcased the benefits of mushrooms to those different groups and provided a really important and integrated learning opportunity for all of them about the benefits of mushrooms and how they can use them in their day-to-day work.
During the workshop today, I learned how to cook mushrooms a different way. By adding some water and allowing them to steam and using the water, they actually give a different taste, and adding a few different herbs, and they're much nicer tasting.
From the workshop today, we learned how the mushrooms can gain more vitamin D from sitting in the sun for around 15 minutes after they've been freshly bought, and just learning some different things that we can do with recipes to incorporate them to substitute some meat options as well.
Whether they have them raw or cooked, providing advice on best ways to cook the mushrooms, store their mushrooms or have their mushrooms exposed to the sunlight for 15 minutes to increase the vitamin D will certainly be part of my nutritional education with patients moving forward.
In terms of outcomes, this initiative was a really great success for us. We had really favourable feedback from patients around the mushroom meals, and many were top choices for patients during their stay with us with very little plate waste. So adding mushrooms to the menu increased the vitamin D content of many of the meals, providing up to half of the daily vitamin D requirements, which is a key nutrient often lacking in vegetarian and vegan diets. The other key takeaway was just how important nutrition education is. It was not only beneficial for patients, but the education session that we ran for the staff was really well received. Staff indicated that they felt more confident and inspired to use mushrooms and better understood their unique nutritional and culinary benefits and the role in hospital menu planning. Mushrooms are now regularly considered in menu planning, and the team are inspired to find new ways to keep incorporating them into our menus.
But I think this is another example of what can be done in healthcare food services to really improve the menus and the cost effectiveness and the nutritional benefits of an ingredient such as mushrooms that any hospital could really do, any healthcare food services could use.
Mushrooms are really the sleeping giant for the food service industry. Not only are they nutritious, giving high amounts of nutrients that we don't often get, but they're versatile, so you can add it to any menu, any food, any recipe, and they're also tasty, which we know is one of the most important things to get people to eat food. Doesn't matter how nutritious, if it's not tasty, you're just not going to eat it. We hope that this case study can inspire other institutions to see how easy and versatile it is to add mushrooms to the menu, and how it can solve quite a few of their nutrition and diet related problems that they're seeing.